Okay, so how was your weekends? Was it great?
Yeah.
It was pretty normal.
Okay,
We were kind
pretty
of
normal.
busy though with the presentation and stuff.
Okay, and then is there anyone who has got a special time? No one didn't have? Okay, that does so. Wow, this morning is very blessed for us because you two come here early. Okay, I think today we have a new face in the class right now. Her name is Pumya Neji, right? Okay, so Pumya, can you introduce about yourself a little to your friends?
Hi, my name is Pumanichi. I am a matriculation student, but because of the situation right now, I decided to sit for the O levels.
Okay.
Um,
And then, yes, how about your hobby and your ambition?
my hobbies are I like art in general, like visiting museums and galleries. And reading novels.
Okay, yes. How about your ambition?
My ambition. I don't have like an occupation as an ambition, but my life goal is to return the favor to my family. Just that.
Okay. Yes, thank you. So is there anyone who wants to say hello to me? So how shall we call you? Shall we call you Neji or Pumie, or how do you want your friends call you?
I think Puna would be fine.
Okay, Pumie would be fine. Yes. Okay. So how about Nyanyo, Nyano, Suyi, David, Shibo? Don't you wanna say hello to your new friend?
Teacher, I want to say.
Okay,
Yeah.
yes, Shonlet, right? Yes?
I'm Shonlet, and Punya, I actually know the people in the background. I even have it right beside my bed. The white people. I watch them every day.
You mean that?
Yes. Those people. Since pre-debut, I watch them every day, literally every day.
I think we have something in common.
Yeah.
Thanks for.
You can come talk to me.
Excuse me?
You can come talk to me because we already have an interesting comment, so we have the topic to talk about.
Yeah. Yes. I'll do that sometimes.
Yes. And I'm Shona, by the way. I think I forgot to introduce.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Shirley. Now you have the same hobby with your friends, and then it's good. It's a good thing. Okay, and then is there anyone? Hello, Suyi, Nanya.
Hello, Pumia. Yeah, I think we're in the same grade, and we're on the same boat, struggling for like education.
Okay.
You You can ask me anytime if you need help.
I'll do so because yeah, I think we relate at some point because of the struggling situation right now.
Okay, thank you. So you have got another. I think like they may like your sister because they are very sweet and welcome to you, right? Okay, and then how about Catherine? David, why you're very silent? And then
first.
Steven. Lady first. Okay. Then Shinkan, tiếp tục. Okay, so from boy points of view, okay, let's start. David.
Okay, so I guess I
Okay, Steven. Yeah.
Yeah. So hi, my name's Saitu, and you guys can call me Steven. It's basically my nickname in this class. And you mentioned that you like art and going to museums and stuff. So I guess we kind of have that in common. And you're a human, and I'm human, so we have that in common.
I mean, yes. The latter part is I think we are all the same. Yeah.
I'm not really into the Korean stuff though. This, but yeah.
Okay.
It's not like I hate them.
Okay, thank you, Steven. And then David.
Hello, as you know me, my name is Chokoko, but you guys can call me David. My nickname is David. And as well as I've introduced myself to you the other days, you might know me. And welcome to our group. It's quite fun here. You can share your struggles and share your daily life here. So welcome.
Okay, thank you so much, David, for your welcoming message. Okay. Okay, the last one. Who would like to say hello to your friend? Your new friend?
Me?
Okay, Suyi, yes.
Hello, Fumiat. My name is Suyi Natat, but they're called Suyi. And can I ask you something?
Yes.
Are you the fan of K-pop?
Yeah, I am a fan of K-pop.
I see every day in your wall. There's white people and the behind and the beside is the like BTS. Yeah, this album is I know Love Yourself.
Yeah, Love Yourself.
Yes, I see it every day.
Thank you.
So we are the same fandom.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, Suyi. I believe that you will listen to English songs every day.
Yes.
Okay, to practice your listening and speaking skill, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much for saying hello to your new friends. And Pumya, I think you might miss some of the lessons that I taught previous time, but I think maybe you can listen to the recording video clip. But maybe if you have something to ask me, and then try. They'll be shy and then they'll be nervous, and only just you can ask me if you are not sure for the other things. I mean, because I know relating to the lessons, right? Okay, yes. So now let's start. I think, do we have the presentation today?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So are you ready for your work?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, thank you. Inyo, what is the meaning of your smile? It means that you're not sure.
No, I'm sure I'm ready.
Okay, thank you. Yes, only two group here, right? How many groups are there?
3.
Okay, 3. Yes. And then, okay, which group will start first? I don't want to make a choice. You have to make you have to do you should do your choice, I think. Shall I count 1 to 5? 1, 2, 3.
Sure, there's like number two, so like why not just go from group 1 to group 3?
Because I don't want to. Sometimes I don't want to influence your ideas. That's why I would like to know your idea first. Okay, your suggestion right now is we better step 1, 2, 3. And okay, let me ask your friend, do they agree or not? Okay, shall we step according to Stephen? Shall we step one sequentially or serially, or shall we start serially, or how? That's your choice. Okay, so according to Stephen's idea, Stephen's opinion, group 1, do you agree to start your group first?
Yes.
Do you agree to do?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, thank you. So let's start. And the other students, please listen to your friends. Now you are the audience, right? So you have to listen to their presentation, and after that you can ask some question after their presentation, right? Okay, let's start.
Sorry to interrupt, but I don't remember my group's number. Maybe 2 or 3, I don't know.
Okay, so who do you work with?
David.
I believe it is number 3.
Thank you, David.
Number 3.
Wait, I'm pretty sure we are group 3 because we're the last ones who got called out.
Really?
Yeah.
So we are 2?
Yeah, I guess. Like if you're the second people who got called out, you'll be the second.
Okay.
That's what I thought.
Okay. Thank you.
No problem.
Shall thank you for your questions. Okay, let's start. Oh my God.
Okay, so I'll start now. So hello everyone. So I'm Miniplay from Group 1, and now you're watching Group 1 presentation. So my partners are Kimet Nuki and Sui Hinter. So today we are going to present about a submarine that is called Turtle. So before I start talking about the Turtle, I think you might like to know about the submarine. So I will explain first what the submarine is. So submarine is a kind of watercraft, and it is able to make operation underwater. So it means that it can provide oxygen except from ocean, and it doesn't need support or power supply. So maybe this is the reason that it is more advanced than submersible. So here there is a question how the submarine is used. So submarine is originally designed for war, but today is also used in science and tourist industry. So a submarine must have negative buoyancy because it must do submerge underwater. So here we need to know clearly that the Turtle is not the warfare submarine. So actually the Turtle is just a submarine that firstly used in combat. So the warfare submarine was invented by the Dutch inventor in the early 17th century, but it is not used for like 150 years. But later, David Bushnell invented the Turtle. So here, as you can see in the picture, the first person is Cornelius Terrible. He's the Dutch inventor, and he invented the warfare submarine. And the second person is David Bushnell. He's an American inventor, and he built the Turtle. So here, I'd like to tell you about some facts of the Turtle. So the Turtle was built by David Bushnell in 1775 at Yale University. So it is constructed by oak and it uses painted bridge for waterproofing. So it means that no water can get into it. So as you can see in the picture, it looks like the turtle looks like a hemisphere, so it needs to be held together with iron band. The length is about 3 meters and it can provide 90 centimeter ring, and it can travel 4.8 kilometers per hour underwater. The turtle is one-man submarine, so that means that it can carry only a single person. And as you can see in the picture, the turtle is very small and it doesn't have enough space to carry like 2 or 3 people. And the turtle is powered by hand crank propeller. The larger one is in front of the turtle and the smaller one is on the top of the turtle. So it is heavy enough to sink underwater, and it can submerge like 25 to 30 minutes underwater. The turtle, the reason of why its name was turtle is simple, because it looks like a turtle. So my presentation is all over here, and Kim and Oki will continue the presentation.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Kim Nukin. Now I'm going to give you more information about turtle. And it was a period of Revolutionary War while building the turtle. It started from April 1775 to September 3, 1783. So you know, how did the American War start? In April 1775, British soldiers called lobsterbacks because of their red coats and miniman. The colonists' military exchanged gunfire at Lexington and Concord in Massachusetts. It was described as the shot heard around the world. It signaled the start of the American Revolution and led to the creation of a new nation. Americans didn't have a strong vessel to fight against the British military at the time, so David asked General Washington, who would become the first president of the United States, to attack the British by using the turtle. They decided to attach the boom with turtle and throw it into the British ships. They thought a submarine could be the fireable instrument for the war, but the problem is the turtle can submerge underwater about 25 to 30 minutes. So it is a really short time to complete the mission. Another problem is that it was made of the oak, so that means it must not be damaged or the water will get into it. And it might be because of Bushnell's physical frailty, and of course, everything can't be a perfect one. There may be some needs for it, but consider a great legend for the initial of submarine, which used incumbent and a powerful weapon at the time. And they tried their best to operate it. The operator called Israeli tried the turtle as the first pilot of the turtle. They tied the boom with the turtle. It was attached in the back of the turtle. The operator had to make a hole under the enemy ship with the head of a drape. So now Mr. Yinita will continue to tell you about the conclusion of the turtle.
Hi everyone, I'm Sui and I'm continuing about it. Okay, in reality, Azalid could not able to break through the ship and he couldn't attack the boat and the mission failed. It's not easy war to complete the mission underwater, and water especially in the middle of the night. You know, night is the best option rather than the day fight because it is all dark, so the enemy could not able to see the submarine, and he got only 30 minutes air to submerge in the water. That's the hard problem. He didn't have enough time. It is more difficult than we have expected. To be specific, the attack fell on September 6th of 1776 at 11 p.m. in New York Harbor. Later, the British military destroyed the turtle. However, the turtle is still recognized as the world's first submarine that used in the war. Okay, this is the conclusion. Submarine were first widely used during World War I, as you know. How many navies now have the fleet of submarine, both large and small, currently using them? Okay, the standard fleet is typically about 5 or more boats. you can see in the screen, this is the submarine under the moonlight. Okay, thank you for listening to our presentation and thanks for give your time. Thank you.
Okay, you need to praise to your friends. And come on to your friends. Hello, Nino. What's your comment to your friend's presentation?
That was really interesting, and I appreciate it.
Okay, yes, it is really great, and then you improve a lot for your you improve a lot for the related to the presentation, and it's really different from the first time and the second time right now. Okay, thank you so much for your time. And is there to the totals group?
Chair,
Yes, Jeanette.
just like you said, I also think that they improved a lot and the slides were very clear to look at. The facts and the pictures and how they explained it was very simple and easy to understand too. It's, in my opinion, I don't know the standards of a proper PowerPoint, but their PowerPoint was already pretty good. So why not try including the transitions and animations next time? I think they didn't include that this time. So I think if you try including them, that will be a lot better. It's already good enough to make it a little bit more cool. You can include them.
Yes, at first I thought to put animation and transition, but I'm afraid that it was a little bit complicated, so that's why I used animation in the last slide.
Yes, you did. That was cool. You can continue.
Too many animation can complicate our PowerPoint, so that's why I didn't use too much.
You've got a point there. Yes, if you use too much animations, it's really complicated to see. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, thank you. Is there any questions related to the title? Nothing else? Okay, so now let's move on to group 2.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Shunlei.
Hi guys, I'm David, and today we're going to present about history of Ebooks. Now that there are the contents which we're going to present now.
First of all, what are U-boats? U-boats were the German naval submarines which were used to fight the Germans in World War I and World War II. U-boats were used as substitutes for commerce raiders. Commerce raiders were naval vessels which disrupt the enemy site's merchant shipping to blockade the food supply or weapon supplies. And U-boat is a short term for undersea boat, which is a German word for undersea boat. By the time U-boats were developed, they were the most sophisticated submarines. What's more, U-boats were also known as Hitler's deadly submarines. Why deadly? because a single U-boat can wipe out an entire convoy. By an entire convoy, it means a group of or a pack of ships or vessels which are traveling together, and since U-boats can wipe out them, U-boats were also known as pack hunters. This is the 3D wallpaper of the U-boat. This was not taken in World War I or World War II, but this is just a painting. And the second one is how a U-boat looks like underwater. And this one is a scene of disaster caused by a U-boat attack. And the last one is a 3D painting of a U-boat attacking a Martian ship. Here, we are gonna present 4 audio clips of how submarines sound like. We couldn't find any more facts whether these are the actual sounds of U-boats, but we can listen to this as standard sounds of how submarines sound like. So the first one is the sound of a submarine diving at the water. Here it's diving into the deep dark water, and you can even hear the bubbles. And the second one is the sound of a submarine running on a rough sea surface. They actually run on the calm sea surface too, but this one is running on a rough sea surface.
Another one is like a sound of submarine sinking from the surface to deep down because of their hull seal breaks and water flooding. Water flooding is so scary inside. And the next one is like the sound of submarine attacked by that church, which are launched from air units or hunter-killer ships. So that each of the death church are making damage to the U-boat. Guys, that little bloody things are depth charge. They might be small, but they are really deadly. Now we're going to talk about how U-boats became alive. The first U-boats were built in Germany are also called three-man Grandtocher. They successfully sank to the bottom of Kiel Harbor, which is in Germany, on 1st February 1851 during a test dive. The inventor and engineer Wilhelm Bohr had designed this U-boat in 1850, and Schoeffel and Howell constructed it in Kiel. Guys, this is the inside of a U-boat. You might want to ride in a U-boat if you see the outside, but the inside is really creepy, as you can see here.
So here I'm gonna talk about how many U-boats were built and destroyed. In World War I, there were about 372 U-boats and about 178 were sunk. Later in World War II, there were a total of 1,162 U-boats. Out of them, 785 were destroyed, and the rest surrendered to the enemy side. And the remainder were about 377 U-boats.
This is how U-boats were finished. In the 1944 February, in the North Atlantic, British anti-submarine group of hunter-killer ships started to sink German U-boats. That's how Hitler's snipers of the sea started to vanish. This is the picture of the British anti-submarine group of hunter-killer ships attached to a carrier ship.
So how many do you think there are still out there today? It's actually 5. And 4 out of those 5 U-boats are now preserved as museum vessels and shown to public. Now they are notoriously and obviously known as iron coffins because thousands of men died in U-boats during the Battle of Atlantic. Simply, it means many people died in U-boats during war, so U-boats became like a graveyard. That's why they are known as iron coffins now.
This is one of a U-boat, U-995, which is preserved in Germany, but they kind of modify it a bit, and as you can see here, each of those U-boats have thermal torpedo, which can be burned without an external oxygen source, and can destroy an engine easily. Because they carry a torpedo, they can like deadly submarine in those areas. And they also have like crew quarters for the crew to stay in before the war came and they have to fight.
These are the references. We have included 4 here. So, any questions? Questions are welcome. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you so much.
Bye, guys.
Thank you so much, and you did a good job. And is there any questions? Umya, do you have any question right now?
I don't have any questions, but I have a compliment. You guys did a really good job on the design. You guys really outdid yourselves.
Okay. Yes, thank you, Stephen, for your comments.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, and then anyone else?
Hello.
Yes, Yi.
Hi.
Yes, I really like it. We are on an online class, but I feel like in a cinema because of the voice, because of the song. And the PowerPoint is like black and white. I really like it.
Okay. So
Thank you so much.
yeah, so you can imagine that you are watching a black and white movie on the screen, right?
Yeah, and the sound is really nice.
Yeah. So now I do agree to Suyi, and because when I listen to the songs and I knew that the power of the songs, right? So when I listen to the sounds of the machine, okay, submarines working, and then I feel that okay, I was in the submarine as well. And then when it attacked at the for the final one, then I was really afraid that oh my god, if it is happens in somewhere in our country, I'm really afraid of that. Okay, I thought like that like a child. It's not a childish, but I mean that I want to express about my feeling while I was listening to the songs. So I realized that the power of song is also very very powerful. Okay, I realized the power of the songs right now. Okay, thank you.
Jet.
Okay, so how about yeah, you're welcome. Okay, so how about next group? And the Tata group also I do appreciate that because they could they could give sufficient details about their information. That's why this is also really great, and their examples are also very interesting. Okay. Is this Steven's group?
Yeah.
Okay. So Steven, you need to slow down a little, right?
Yeah, of course.
Thank you.
Hello. Hello, teacher Rose and friends. Our team is group 3, and there are 3 mama in our group. And they are Neil, Steven, and me. We want to about the rivalry between between the American and Japan people during World War II. We're talking about the first thing. Steven, we talk about the second things and um, second thing, and then I will talk about the end. The point we will talk about are introduction and about why the Japanese want want to talk want to attack Pearl Harbor. About second second point are about the attack and how it was played out, and that points are talking about the that and also how America will come back with better one's book.
So I guess I'll take it from here. So at first, I'll talk about the reason for Japan's attack. So the reason is that Japan is not much of a resource-rich country, so it needs expansion to make it stay stable. So their plan is to conquer Southeast Asia and mainly Indo-Malay and the Philippines, but they're all mostly territories of the American people. So war with America was inevitable for them, and it was going to come in the long run. But they knew that they couldn't win a long and drawn-out war against the USA. So they planned to make a quick and decisive strike, which was to cripple the US Navy. So Japan's goal in the attack was that, first of all, sink the battleships for propaganda purposes. So if America saw their battleships being destroyed, their will of war will be shattered. And secondly, immobilize the fleet for about 6 months for their conquest. So then they were going to be on their defensive and wait for the Americans' counterattack and to wear them down in a decisive Navy battle. They knew that they were outnumbered for a normal war, so this was the best option for them. So what was in Pearl Harbor? In Pearl Harbor, there were 80 ships, and 8 of which were battleships, and 7 of the battleships were in the ship's row, and 1 of them are in the dry docks. There were 8 cruises, and dozens of more so ships are docked elsewhere. So the attack was done by 6 fleet carriers and 350 planes. The crew that commenced the attack had 10 months of training, and there were 2 waves of attack. At the first wave, the torpedo bombers were sent out to destroy the main battleships and carriers at the port. The torpedo bombers' plans were to modify the torpedo bomber planes were modified with wooden fins so that they would be effective in the shallow waters in the harbor. So for the first wave of the attack, commenced at December 7, 1941, at 6 in the morning. At the first wave of attack was carried out by 183 aircraft bombers with 40 torpedo bombers and 49 horizontal bombers. They were really serious. The attack was clear of American Air Force, so then the Japanese had a complete surprise on them. After taking out some of the ships and missing many shots with the bomb, Lieutenant Hirata commenced the second wave of the attack and goes for the battleship row at 7:52. The first torpedo bomb was dropped down to the battleship row and many others as well. After many hours of bombing and destruction, a ship named Arizona was blown up by the Japanese, taking 1,177 sailors' lives. Half of the people killed that day were from that ship alone. So the Japanese goals were to destroy the battleships and avoid very unnecessary destruction, but the bombers have done the opposite. After the attack, 5 battleships were sunk, and only 2 remain permanently lost. The Arizona and the Oklahoma. So the reason for that is that they were mistakenly hitting the targets that were the cruise carriers and also the auxiliaries. They missed the shots at the dry docks and they didn't hit the fuel tanks at all. But they were lacking really big communication and they had mixed up their targets. So they were really mixing up their plan. So a good point is that many of the people there were young Japanese men who were young, naive, and they wanted to bring glory like their samurai ancestors and wanted to lift up the spirits of the people in the homeland. So Nyong will talk about the aftermath of the attack.
Okay, it's time to talk about before and during the attack. So I'm going to talk about what happens after the attack. The attack started near 6 a.m. and ended around 9:30. So generally, the entire attack took almost 3 hours. So just imagine how American world got damaged during these long hour attacks. And almost more than 24,100 soldiers and 68 civilians were killed. Also, 1,100 soldiers and 103 civilians were injured in the attack. To say more, 188 aircraft and 3 cruisers were completely destroyed. So in this case, do you think only American would have casualties? As for me, I don't think so, because Japanese also had to sacrifice 29 aircraft, 5 submarines, and they also lost 64 servicemen. So here, I want to make a question. What do you think U.S. government might do after facing with failure? So can someone answer?
Is there anyone who wants to answer her question? Shanlei, Chabot, David. Did you catch the question?
Can you repeat again the question?
Okay, Nyong, can you repeat it again? Can you repeat the question again?
Yeah. So the Japanese surprisingly attacked Pearl Harbor and American had a great deal of damage. So what do you think American government might do after facing with failure?
So how about you? What do you think the American government will do?
Like, will they respond something or to do something to Japanese?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think they will do?
I think there might be a revenge.
Yeah, of course. So US President Franklin D. Roosevelt declared war on Japan the day after the surprise attack at Pearl Harbor. So it means the attack was on 7 December and they declared war on 8 December. Start from that time, they prepare and rebuild their military, and especially they invent better weapons like nuclear weapons. Their intention was to make the Japanese regret till today. So only nuclear weapons can blow up the whole city, right? Now it's time for them to revenge. In August 1945, U.S. dropped atomic bombs on the Japanese cities of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, and almost 120,000 civilians died. So finally, U.S. defeats Japan, and Japan surrendered in 1945. So this is all I want to present about part 3, but there's something I want to share. There is something interesting I want to share. So after the attack, Admiral Nimitz said there are 3 of the biggest mistakes Japanese made at the Pearl Harbor attack. So the number 1 mistake is the Japanese attacked on Sunday morning. Actually, Sunday is a holiday and only 20% of the Navy are on board doing their duty. The rest of them are off duty and they are on vacation or they are going back to their home. But if they attacked on weekends like Monday, Tuesday, like that, they would have lost 38 men instead of 3,800. The second mistake is the Japanese destroyed only the battleships at Pearl Harbor. They never once bombed their dry docks. I think you guys would know what is dry docks. Dry dock is like it's used for construction, maintenance, and repair of battleships, boats, and watercrafts. So, however, Japanese didn't destroy their dry docks. So it was a lot more easier for the U.S. Navy to rebuild their navy. And even if they had a large number of damage in the attack, they don't have to worry about that because dry docks still exist. And the number 3 mistake is the Japanese didn't destroy the fluid tanks. Fluid is very important for transportation, and it is also very essential for economy of country. So yeah, only one plane attack can destroy their supply, but maybe they are in rush, so they forgot to destroy their tanks. So that's why Admiral Nimitz also said that the Japanese are not clever enough, or God was always taking care of America. And this is how Admiral Nimitz pointed out the weakness of Japanese, and every single word of Admiral Nimitz could motivate the hopeless soldiers.
Okay, thank you so much.
So after World War II, the United States became the most powerful country in the world. You can also comment on what you know. By the way, do you like our presentation? I think you guys were interested in what we present. So thank you for listening to us. Have a nice day, everyone.
Okay, thank you so much. Have a nice day to you as well. Is there any question? Hello, Catherine? Shibo? Any questions or any comments? And then Pumia, do you have any question or do you have any comments to your friends?
Because the sound release of the presentation, I think it suited really very much with the topics you're presenting.
Okay, thank you, Pumia, for your comment. And then Tutaso, Akatentai, do you have any comment to your friend's presentation? Duda, yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. Aka? Don't you have any questions for that?
No.
Okay, so how about Duda? Duda, any comments or any question to your friends? Duda, so are you there? I can't see you, I can't hear you, I can't read your words. Okay, so whatever it is, thank you so much for your attempt and you try. I see that how much you try hard behind the scenes, right? So I really, really appreciate this. And then, okay, and then now I'm going to go to the Oxford grammar first, right? We will discuss the grammar first, and after that we will keep on to. And then, did you download the book that I recommended to you last week? Okay, I sent you a screenshot for 2 books, and then 1 book is now we are studying, and then I request you to download another book as well because we are going to learn about reading. Yes, you didn't catch that, I think. Okay, let me do it for you again. Okay, I sent it to you 2 books, screenshot. Did you see that? And then the links up there. Where is the link? Oh, right there. Okay. Okay, so you would see the link that Xiagang has already uploaded and some books up there. And from those files, and then you have to choose. Okay, we have to choose the books we want. And but for me is I downloaded it all. Maybe you can do it and you can download all the books. And but for me is I am trying to use we are trying to learn and we are trying to use 2 books that I have already sent it to you with a screenshot. Yeah, so if you have spare time, you can learn, you can do your self-study with other books. Okay. Have you downloaded it? Okay. So Pyonya, did you see the links of the books?
Sure, I don't have the links.
Okay, so David, can you do forward about the books link?
Okay, Chair, I'm on.
Okay. Did you see that? Okay, I would do it. So Dutta and Akash, you can check the how should I say, the courses that we are using right now on the Viber group, and you can download it. Okay, I think you are ready right now, right? So let's start to discuss about the grammar first. So I gave the homework, the grammar for test A, right? Shabo, am I right?
Yes. Test A and B.
Yes. So can you test A and B, right? So page number, what is it? Page number 1, but on the screen, page number 3. So test A, and you have to do test A, B, and D, right? Okay, let's check the answers. Yes. So who would like to tell the answer, the test A, B? There are, how many questions there? Okay. There are 12 answers you have to tell, and then only just 6 by another is better. So David.
Yeah.
So what is the answer for 1 to 6?
1 is, 2 is 2, 3 sitting, 4 don't, 5 doesn't, 6 go.
Okay, correct. Completely correct. And then Suyi, 7 to 12. Hello, Suyi, did you answer the question, the homework? Okay. So, Shabot, what's your answer for 7 to 12?
17, 8, wait, 9, get. I don't know the answer of 10, 11, and 12.
Okay. Yes. So actually, number 8 is, you better say get is correct, wig is correct, and then the other word, the other answer, the other possible answer is get as well, right? And then the next one is you can answer gets, because the subject is a singular, right? So we have to use as gets. Okay. So for number 10, the answer is means. His works means, right? And 11 is always. 12 is costing, right? So he is always talking about it. And then about 12, it's costing us a lot of money. So do you have any questions for the answers? And do you want to discuss? That's it. It's not clear for you.
So can you spell posting?
Sorry?
Can you please spell posting?
Okay, my question is, do you have any questions concerning with the answers? Or do you want to discuss anything else about the answers? I mean all of you.
Yes, I mean, you said the answer of both is posting, but I'm not sure what is posting, so I ask you to spell that word.
Okay, yes. It is costing us a lot of money. So actually in that situation he is talking about the situations of the happening, the occurrence. That's why he can use continuous tense. Okay.
Teacher, I have I don't know which book we're talking about. Like there are a lot of books, so I don't know which one.
We are talking about the Oxford grammar practice.
Oh, and
Yes.
the page numbers.
Page number 1, Task A.
Oh, thank you, teacher.
You're welcome. Okay. And then next one is D, right? Okay, Catherine, can you answer from number 1 to 4?
Here's number one. I'm thinking, cost, it gets, look, they does not, they don't fit. I don't know. What are you doing? I wait. I'm waiting this parcel. I need and for think. Go and B number 4B is I agree. 5 is I like, and do you enjoy?
And then how about the last one about 5? The next blank of 5.
Yes, I am. Yes, I love every minute of it.
Okay, thank you. And I will tell you the answers for number 1. I'm thinking. Okay. And then cost, it is getting. For number 2, look, they don't fit. And then I don't know. Right? And then 3, are you doing? And next one is I'm waiting. And the last answer is I need. Okay, 4, I think it's going and I agreed. 5, I like and are you enjoying? I'm loving. Is there any question for the answers or do you want to discuss anything else? Hello? Because I think we may have some questions about number 5.
Yes, sure. Can we also use do you enjoy?
Okay, so we have to think about the situation. Okay, so this conversation is they talk about the musicals while they are listening to the music, right? So this one is the situation is at the time of speaking. So we have to use continuous tense. So while they are listening, are you enjoying it? Like this. Okay, at the time of speaking, and the action and at the time of speaking are at the same time. So we have to use continuous tense. Okay, yes. So if you don't have no more, and let's keep on to 6 to 8. Okay, Shinkan. What is the answer for 6 to 8? Hello, Shinkan. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Yes.
So what is your answer for number 6 to 8?
What is the question? A or B?
I'm not clear for your questions. Yes. We are discussing page number 1. Page number 2 right now. Page number 2. Task A, question number D.
I see. Yes.
Yes. Question number D. Question number D, and my question, your turn is 6 to 8. Okay, Shinkan, if you are not clear for what we are talking, and then don't be shy and don't feel bad to ask me, okay? Yeah. So did you answer the questions? Did you do your homework?
Homework.
Yes, homework. you are you are asking me again with the amazing voice. Homework.
Yes.
That was your homework that I gave.
I don't know. Okay. Yes.
You didn't know that? Okay. Oh my God. And then I sent a message as well. Okay, I sent a message on the Viber as well. No, on the end of that day, and then I wrote the message and uploaded on the Viber. So before Sia asked me the question, Teacher Rose, do they have the homework? So before that question, and then there was the sentences I uploaded for the homework. Did you see that?
I didn't see.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Next time you should be careful, okay?
Yes.
Yes, thank you. Yes, Suyi, are you okay right now?
Yes, previous time
Yeah,
I
so
have a connection problem.
Okay, thank you. So can you answer number 6 to 8? We are at task A, question D, and you have to answer 6 to 8.
Oh yes. Number 6 is I for what time do you go to bed? For 10 o'clock usually. It's just not made. Number 7.
Okay.
A I live feed I looking for. And number 8, why do you want? A B. And then
last one.
And
How
the
about
last
number
one
7,
is,
the last one?
oh, I forgot it. Oh, I promise.
Okay, thank you.
And the number 8, why do you, where is, or, and the number is why do you want to change the whole plan? I'm not understand why you are so difficult about it.
Okay, thank you. Why you are so difficult about it? Okay. Can you, did you say the answer understand? I am understanding or I'm not understanding? What did you say?
I'm understanding.
Okay, yes. So I'm going to tell you the answers. For number 6, I'm always falling. Do you go? It doesn't make. Okay, for number 7, that is for number 6, right? Number 7, I'm living, I'm looking, and I promise. Okay, the last one. Do you want? I don't understand. And you are or you are being. You are difficult or you are being difficult. Both are right. But your being difficult is more appropriate because of the time of the speaking. Okay. And so I would like to share you one thing is that understand. Understand is, we can say that is a state verb. Okay, so related to the state verb, we cannot use ing form, right? Like I think, I understand, I feel, I smell. Okay, like those like those verbs, which are called state verbs, we cannot use ing form. But the exception is like think. Okay, so for think, we can use two situation. This first one is I am thinking about you, and I think this is correct. So I am thinking about you is talking about the action of the speakers, right? So we can use continuous tense. But for the second sentence, I think you're right. So I think you're right is you're talking about your opinion. So you cannot use ing form in that tense, that sentence, right? So you need to learn about the state verbs, which are not used with continuous form. Okay, so you got it?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Please note it down to learn about state verbs yourself. Okay, so you can go to the you can do Google's. Okay, you can look for in the Google about the state verbs. Okay.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. And the next one is test B, right? Oh my God. Test B, C, and E. Let's do this. Test B, C, and E. Okay, who would like to say the answer for number C? Charlotte?
Test B, number 1 is I answered shiny. Number 2 was WES. And number 3 is it wasn't. Number 4 is didn't. And number 5 is hated. Number 6 is walked, WALKED. And number 7 is where. Number 8 is sat, SAT. Number 9 is had, HED, had. And
Okay, thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, thank you. So yes, correct. So 1 is shiny, 2 is worse, 3 wasn't, 4 didn't, and 5 is you can choose hated or disliked, but it should be simple past tense, right? Then number 6, walked, and or you can use another word, went. Okay, and then next is where. 7 is where. 8 is sad, 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 and the 9 had. Okay, so Catherine, can you tell the answer from number 10 to 15?
Well, 10 was, 11 took, 12 messed, 13 had, 14 won, 15 was.
Okay, so 10 is correct, was, 11 took, 12 is didn't. Okay, 12 is didn't, and 13 is went, or you can use another word, hoped. Okay, HOPED, hoped, or next one is intended. Okay, 14 is when, and then 15 is worse. Okay, the last one, E. Let's go to E. What was it? Okay. No.
Do I have to say the whole?
No. 1 to 4. Because there's
Number 1 is was lying, rang, are you stopped. And number 2 is was left, was falling. 3, came, seemed, enjoyed. 4, was standing, had.
Okay, thank you. Yes, number 1 was lion, rain, R-A, rain, and then stopped. And 2 is worse and left, was falling. 3 is came, seemed, enjoy. 4, saw, was standing, and then had. Okay, good job. And then, Stephen, 5 to 8. Is there any Stephen? No. Stephen's not here. Okay, so Shabot.
5, opened, was
Yes.
falling.
Mm-hmm.
6, was walking, felt, didn't know. 7,
Mm-hmm.
went hard, were driving. Number 8, happened, was driving, saw.
Okay. So number 5, opened, right? Fell. 6 is was working, felt, didn't know. 7 were going, hurt, drove. 8 is happened, was driving, and then saw. Is there any question for 5 to 8? 1 to 8. That's the answer, which is not clear for you. Hello? Are you okay for that? Okay, so if you don't have any questions, I would. That is task A. Okay, task A, and we have to learn about the present. If we talk about the presents, there are 4 kinds of presents: simple present, present continuous, present perfect, and present perfect continuous. Right? These are 4 sentences. And for task B, we learn about past simple and past continuous. So there are altogether 6 tenses there. So do you have any question related to those 6 tenses? Do you want to discuss about those 6 tenses? Anyone else? Tudaso, do you want to discuss about 6 tenses that we have learned from test A and B? Okay, if not, Chalet.
6 tenses. I actually don't know, and I didn't even memorize them. I just answer wherever my sons tell me to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Right. Thank you. This is because I think you have read a lot of books.
I'm not sure, but I just do whatever my sons tells me to when I answer grammar.
Okay. This is great. Okay. So I have already told you, right, that the 6 tenses: simple present, present continuous, present perfect continuous, and past simple and past continuous, right? So what I want you to do right now is, by using those 6 tenses, you have to write free writing. Okay, let's do free writing. Okay, right? But the main important thing is you have to write in 6 tenses. I don't mean that you have to use all those tenses together, but use those tenses as much as you can. Okay, are you ready right now? I ask you the question, you didn't answer, but the cock's answer to me. Good, it means yes, right? Okay, Shabo, what did you tell me?
Yeah, I'm not clear with your question. So, do we need to write about what?
No, I mean free writing. Free writing means that you can write as you like. But the main important thing is you have to use 6 tenses that I talked previous time. Simple present, present continuous, present perfect continuous, past simple, and past continuous. That we have learned. We have did practice of test A and B.
Okay, so do we need to write like a paragraph or like just sentence or
No. Free writing means that you can write as you like. It doesn't mean, I don't mean that it must be paragraph or a letter or anything else. Just write down you have what you have got from your memory. Okay, your sentence doesn't need to be related to each other. Okay.
Okay.
I'll give you 5 minutes. I'll give you 5 minutes. Try to write down as much as you can, right? Okay, and now I'm calling the time. 1, 2.
So can you tell me the 6 tenses again?
Simple present. Simple present. For present, concerned with present, there are 4 tenses, right? Simple present, present continuous, present continuous, present perfect, present perfect continuous. Okay, next 2 is past simple and past continuous. Okay, Stephen, welcome back.
Yes, it's good to be back.
Okay, now your friends are writing a free writing because we have learned from test A and B about 6 tenses: simple present, present continuous, present perfect, and present perfect continuous, and past simple and past continuous tense. So I ask your friends to write down free writing as much as they can by using those 6 tenses. Okay?
So about any topic.
No. Free writing. You can write as you like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the sentences shouldn't be related to each other. No problem.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if the sentences are not related to each other, it's no problem.
So what are the things? Passive, present, or what?
Okay, for presents, there are 4 tenses, right? Present simple, present continuous, present perfect continuous, and then past simple and past continuous tense.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Hello, Shinkan.
Hello.
Yes. Are you clear what I said?
Yes.
Okay, yes. Are you writing sentences? Are you writing sentences now?
Yes, Chair.
Okay, thank you. Okay, time is up. Shabab, how many sentences have you got?
5 sentences.
Sorry?
5.
5. Okay. And Pumia?
I actually wrote like a short paragraph.
Okay, yes. How many sentences you made it?
About 4 or 8.
Okay, David?
6 for each tense.
Okay, Catherine?
5.
5. Okay, Nino?
6. 6 sentences.
6. Okay, Sui?
It's 5.
It's 5. Shinkan?
3 sentences.
Okay, 3. Charlotte?
6.
6. Udazo? Okay. So Stephen?
9.
Okay, 9. Now what I want you to do is, please recheck your sentences. Okay, you have to reread your sentences, and then actually, did you use the correct tenses with your ideas? Okay, so your ideas and the tense you use were agreed or not. Reread your sentences and check your tenses. For example, you want to talk about present time. You want to talk about the period of the speaking of the time, but you wrote with the past tense. Okay, did you have such kind of mistakes? No more? Okay, so I think you would be okay, right? Right? So whatever you wrote, and then you have to reread, right? You should reread your paragraph or your sentences, and after that you have to think about, okay, this sentence is the real thing that I talked or that I want to talk, right? So as I gave you the example previous time, you want to talk about you want to talk about the present situation, the time at the time of maybe the period of the time, but you use simple past tense. Okay, so did you use simple past tense or present continuous? So you have to think about like this, right? So the usage of your tenses will be corrected by itself day by day. Okay. So is there any question till now? Catherine? No?
No, teacher.
Okay, thank you. So if you don't have no more questions, I would like to go to the book to iGCSE, right? The read about the writing book. So Pumiet, did you see the screenshot I uploaded?
Yes.
Okay, those two books, among those, between those two books, now we are learning about the blue one.
The blue, the writing
Yes.
one.
Yes, of course, writing.
Yes.
Shabo, which page number did we?
Page 40.
Page 14?
40.
40. 40. Okay. I think we have already learned students' advice letters. Did you finish? I think we finished that pages. Hello, am I right?
Yes, we'll finish exercise 4.
Yes. Okay. So how about page number 42? We didn't finish, right?
Yeah, we haven't gone there.
Okay, yes. So now let's do that one. Page number 42, students' advice letter. Okay, you have to read the following session or advice letter written by different students and the comments related to them. It means that they have already given the sample letters, and there is also another comments on the right side of the letter. So you have to take the example from them, and after that you have to do your own. Okay, the question number 1 is write a letter of advice to a friend who has been told to go on a fitness program. Okay, that is you would see the answer A, that is the sample letter of a student. Please read it, answer A, sample. Have you finished reading? Hello, have you finished for answer A?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So now let's keep on to answer B. Have you finished for reading answer B?
Not yet, teacher.
Okay, yeah, because this is more interesting answers. And it is the answer is a letter, a long letter, and it has less mistakes. If you're done for answer B, and I would have some questions. Have you finished? So if you're done, my question is in, at the comments number 2. I was very busy in a fitness program, right? So here the comments is, this is very confusing and who is getting fit? Why the reader asks that question? If you were a reader, would you ask that question? Hello. Hello, did you hear my question?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, so why it said that this is very confusing and who is getting fit? For the sentence, I was very busy in a fitness program. Why the question? Why reader asked that question? If you were a reader, how would you feel?
I instead of feeling it like it's confusing, I think I will know that the writer is the one who is busy with the fitness program. I think if I were the reader, it's kind of good to know about it because so that I can ask the writer how he or she managed in that program and get to know more about her knowledge or his or her knowledges about trying to be fit. Mentioning that.
Okay. Yes. Because we can read it. I'm sorry, I haven't written for so long, but I was very busy in the fitness program. So it means that, yeah, so the reader can get confused because I was very busy in the fitness program. It means that, okay, so how is the writer is busy for exercising to get fit, or she or he is working at the fitness centers, or she is helping or supporting to the fitness centers, right? So the reader can get confused for this sentence, right? So we have to take the example from this sentence. Sometimes we think that, okay, this one is very meaningful for me. This sentence is very meaningful for me. So you write it down, but actually for the reader, so it can give some confusing information, right? So you have to be careful. You have to take the example from this sentence. And then second one, the fourth one. Okay, the fourth one is also very important. You have to avoid repetition of wordings of title is formal register. Okay, because now we are learning informal register, right? Friendly register, right? We are learning friendly register. So in friendly register, you don't need to do repetition of the title, right? So here, this is also, you need to take the example. And next one, number 6. Number 6, the original sentence that said that my fitness classes which pulled me back into shape and fitness. But for the comments, the comments already given the answer back how the classes I enjoy got me fit. So what is different between those two sentences? Can you guess that? My fitness classes which patterned me back into shape and fitness is also meaningful. This sentence is also meaningful. And the comment sentence is also how the classes I enjoy got me fit is also meaningful. But what is different? Steven? David? Young, did you think about it?
Yes. The original sentence is emphasizing to the fitness class, and
Okay.
the correct. I think it is important to emphasize how you get fit.
Focus. How you
get fit. So how the classes I enjoy got me fit is more reliable and acceptable.
Yes, as you suggest, as your opinion, right? So according to your opinion as well, this is also it's almost the same with mine, right? Because the first sentence is focusing to the class, right? Because we have to think about the subject, right? If the subject is, if we use the subject, we have to think about the words at the subject place. Sometimes the object would be at the subject place, right? So this is, we have to know how to use active and passive voice. Okay, so which one we want to focus? So we use the one we want to focus at the subject place, right? So my fitness classes is subject place here. So the writer want to focus to the classes. Actually, she is talking about her, right? She's talking about her activities for losing weight, right? So she need to focus to about her, right? So I want you to learn like that. Only just I gave the time not to waste your time. Only just you read it and you read the comments and the general comments. That is no. I don't want that situation. I just want you to compare and then why it happened, why it's words, why they, how should I say, they have differences among the original and the comments. Okay, you need to analyze. Okay, the last one is for number 10, spelling mistakes. That is, I would like to remind to Su Yi. She is good at English, and she is also a really try hard one. Okay, but Su Yi, you made a lot of mistake of spelling mistakes, right? So
Yes,
you have to be. Yes, you have to be careful for spelling mistakes. Okay, 11. My question is, the original has a lot of benefits, but in comments said that a lot of is friendly register, and then benefit is formal register. So how would you change to be friendly register for benefits? This is the best example we should learn, I think. Because we usually use it a lot of benefits, but actually here it said that in the letter we have to be careful to use it. So instead of benefit, what kind of words, which words can we use?
Like positive effect or something.
Okay, so Shabo, can you repeat it again? Sorry.
I think we can use like a positive effect instead of using benefits.
Okay, yeah, positive effect. And anything else?
Good points.
Yeah, good points. Yeah.
Advantages.
Okay, advantages, right? Okay. So I want you to learn like that, right? So how about, okay, now let's go to generate comments. So that is, you have already read, I think so. Here in generate comments, however, the biggest problem with this letter is the inappropriate and mixed use of register. This is also, we have to notice that, right? So what kind of words, if we write informal letter, what kind of words we should use? We shouldn't. We have to know that. That's why in the previous time, I suggested you to use the phrases which is given by the book. Okay, so in the lessons, they have already suggested you some phrases to use it. So that's why I ask you to use those phrases in your writing, because this is not, you cannot do mistakes because it is the lessons already given you, right? So this is also important. Okay, and then next one is personalizing. So here you can, here you have already learned how should you personalize for your letter. Okay, yes, and then let's keep on to answer C. Please learn that I gave you the example, right? Don't finish up after reading, okay? Read it and then analyze it. After that, you have to take the example from others' mistake.
Teacher, what are we supposed to be doing now?
Now I ask you all to read answer C.
Oh,
That I give you the example, yes. Read it and analyze it and then
yes, teacher.
thank you. Stephen, are you there? I didn't hear your voice. I didn't hear you.
Did you say my name?
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
okay. I heard like Kieran or something like that. That's why I didn't respond. I didn't hear Steven. I heard Kieran or something like that.
Okay, so I should say Steven like that,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
Okay, yeah.
My connection isn't
So
that good.
I
So yeah.
okay, I didn't hear you. That's why I just want to know, are you there or not?
Oh yeah, I'm here. I'm just listening.
Okay, where are you right now? And where are you and what are you doing right now?
Where I'm at my desk.
Yes, yes. I just want to know where is it? Where is it?
Are you talking about the lesson or the place that I'm in?
Yeah, the place you're reading right now.
I'm at my desk where there's the computer, and I'm just yeah, I'm just sitting right here at the desk with a pen in my hand, I guess.
Your friends are reading about the question number 1, answer C. And then are you doing that one too?
Yes, I'm starting to get it there.
Okay. Thank you. Hello, I think you're Dan for answer C. Okay. For number 1, it says when I knew, right? But the command is to hear. What is different? I was really shocked to hear. So why I was really shocked when I knew. What is different? Hello, David. What might be different? I was really shocked when I knew, and I was really shocked to hear. Hello, David.
I think, in my opinion, when I knew, it's like he knew it without someone telling him, and when I hear, it's like he heard it from the writer or something like that. He read it from the writer. I think like that.
Okay.
I don't know so much.
Yeah, we have to think about the natural. Which one is more natural? When I knew it's natural or to hear it's natural?
To hear.
Yes, right? So in these phrases, it wants to talk about, we have to think about the natural, right? So when you speak and when you write, we have to think about the natural. So for the letter, we cannot knew it, only just for the letter we can hear. Okay, I can hear that. We cannot see, I guess that I can see that, right? So instead of when I knew, so we better use to hear for approaching to the natural. Okay. Next one is for. Okay, for is also the good one. Reduce your weight a bit and lose a bit of weight. What is different? Catherine, why reduce your weight? Why reduce your weight a bit and lose a bit of weight is different?
I think when we use reduce your weight a bit, and when I compare reduce your weight a bit and lose a bit of weight, it means so it's the writer mentioned an advice to lose the reader's weight lose. It's better to lose a bit of weight than reduce your weight a bit.
Okay, thank you. Reduce. When can we use? Where can we use reduce? We have to know the usage of reduce. Okay, we can reduce the rate. Okay, so for example, we can reduce the percentage. Okay, we can reduce something that was related to the rate, RAT rate. I don't mean weight. Okay, so we can reduce the rate, but for the weight we have to use lose. Okay, gain weight, lose weight. This is the phrases to use for related to the weights, right? So lose weight, gain weight, we have to know is that this point I want to tell you is we have to know the usage of the words like this. Okay, do you understand what I mean? Hello, do you understand what I mean?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, thank you. So now I'm going to give you homework for this letter again. Page number 44. Okay, answer C. Q1, answer C. So you have to reread it. You have to reread this one. And what I want you to read is read first, and then analyze, and then take the example. These three things you should do it. Okay. So like I suggested you, like I point out to you before, what I knew and to hear what is different. So reduce your weight a bit and lose a bit of weight is different, right? You have to look for the differences, right? So you can use the correct words while you are writing it. So you better read answer C and D. Yes, C and D. That would be great. And then I forward one of the reading again. That is, we haven't finished the coward, the tiger, right? What is it? And I will tell you again. The cowardly lion, okay, the hungry tiger. Okay, so hungry tiger and coward lion. Hope to read it again. Did you read? If you're not, then okay. If you don't finish, please read it again, and you have to answer the questions behind there. Okay, behind the article, right? So today you have got two homework. The first one is you have to read page number 45 and 46, right? And then the second one is coward lion and hungry tiger. Yes. Is there any questions for today? Still waiting. No answers. No answers. Still waiting. Okay.
Do we only have to
Yeah.
read and the 45 and 46? Do we only have to read them?
Yes, you have to read only those two. But yeah, only two those letters, those sample letters. But not reading is not finished yet, right? As I discussed you brief in the class time, you have to look for the original text and the comments. Why are they different? Why the comments write like this? You have to analyze, okay?
Yes, I understand.
Yeah. Thank you, Pumia.
Yeah.
So bye-bye.
Sure,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
have a question.
Okay,
The
David.
cowardly lion and the tiger is just reading, or we have to answer the questions too? For the
Oh, you have
homework?
to answer the question. Answer the
For the,
question.
oh, okay, both. Okay.
Yeah. That I think that is a long homework. It has been a long time I gave you. Okay, let it go. No problem. Let it be. Okay, just today is the day. Yesterday's is already there. Okay. Okay. So bye bye. See you tomorrow.
Bye-bye, teacher.
Bye
Bye-bye,
bye.
yeah.
Bye, chair.
Bye
Right, sure.
bye. Bye bye.